we heard on a number of occasions today that this is world class. Right? Now, I spent half of my life wandering around universities, wandering around countries. I just came back from Australia. Everything you saw there was world class. This is the best microscope. This is the best whatever. But actually, I do believe that this will be really world class. In particular, because I think as has been pointed out, that the observatory that we're putting in place is not just looking at one thing. It's not just going to look at carbon capture and storage, or it's not going to just look at the hidden biosphere or whatever. It's going to sort of look at this integrated set of observations, which go all the way from the pellicle at the surface to, as was pointed out, deep seismic waves that come all the way from Japan, hit the core mantle boundary, and come up here. I mean, you can do everything in this, and that'll be quite unique in the world. So I think it is world class. I think that's a really good thing. The other thing I think I need to say is just to make a commitment from BGS to the Cheshire region and to this corridor that we have agreed with NERC that we will fund and run this site for the next 15 years, right? So it's a tough one on us, because we've essentially carved out about almost 10% of our budget, right, and focus it on this site. And that means that we've stopped doing other things elsewhere that we would have done in the UK, right? But the commitment is there to do that. And the other commitment is to the academic community, where there is, I think there's a perception that BGS may be just doing this for ourselves. Well, no, we're doing this for the entire Earth, environment, engineering community. So we're open to the community. I think there could well be questions as to how the other community or the external community is going to get money to access this facility. I mean, we talked about that a bit, and I think that's a challenge. We have to go back to the research councils and say, how are you going to make sure that there is money on the table for the scientists to come and use this facility? That's one thing. So that's the commitment. And the final thing is a word of congratulations. And I shouldn't say as chief executive of BGS that I'm amazed at how good my staff are, but they've done. You've done no, I think our staff and the Science Advisory Committee and the partners that we've worked with, Peel, University of Chester, energy groups and such like. Thank you. I think you've done an incredible job of bringing this project to this level and to this point, actually, in time where we probably, it looks like it's going to happen. It really doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I think, well done, guys. And I just want to congratulate you on that. And the final point is, I think this opportunity is really, for the locals who are here, it's really up to you to push or help us push this, right? And push it in the schools, in the science, in political spheres and such like, and make sure that this corridor, this sort of Cheshire Energy Corridor, Cheshire Science Corridor, really does become a place for future investment in a big way going forward. I think it will, but it requires work still. And particularly on the innovation front, I don't think we saw a lot of discussion about how industry will get involved. I think we need to work a lot more on that, but the opportunity is enormous. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.